Greetings, I'm Caffeine and I'm back with more of Let's Play Spintires MudRunner, and joining me, being a little spookily quiet, is...
Gaming Psychologist.
And hey, it's time for another map.
It is indeed.
So we have a little bit of a choice with this particular map. We have Longspring and Longfall. And as far as I can tell, the only difference is your starting situation. And after road trip, don't really want to dive into a very hard one or a hard situation. The hard version of this is essentially the same map, only you start without a garage and you only get a single balance point, which I presume you're supposed to use one of the Jeeps to drag garage points around. But don't want to risk that. We learned our lesson from road trip, huh?
We did indeed.
So the game starts us off with the A469, which I know someone's 469ing.
Wink.
A C260 and the B66. I think I want to swap out the B66 for something else. Probably another C class.
I swapped out the A469 for the A3151 and the B66 for the C375.
And here I thought you would never give up a 69. What's the difference between the 375 and the 255 on the C class?
You've got different tires, and they have different, a couple of slightly different attachments. I believe the C375 can have a crane and also carry medium logs, whereas the C255 can only do the crane with short logs.
Maybe
there might be a couple of other minor differences that I'm just not remembering.
I'll take a 375 and or 255 because I had a spare balance point, and taking a C class seems like an exceptionally good idea, doesn't it?
Yeah, I left the C260. I always go for the C255, so I'm like, yeah, this time I'll do it different.
Well, the C255 and the A469 are like my two go-tos. So start game casual.
Oh, no, I was readied up. Sorry.
What, were you not ready?
No, I was ready, but I thought I clicked ready and it unreaded me because I was already ready. Well, I guess I wasn't ready because I got them mixed up.
I'm going to go hit that watch point. The only thing I've done so far on this map was I got one of the watch points to be able to take a look at the initial start of the map, and that's it. So, ooh, hit a little bit of a rut there. But this map is very twisty. It's a very turny, but it's not road trip turny, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm gonna do a little exploring too. I'm gonna head south-ish.
All right. Well, I should have the first watch point in about 3 or 4 minutes, because I at least know how to get to that. I have to say that I'm impressed with how the map looks, knowing that it's stock assets. It's still... That's the thing about Spintires, is that it's a very not pretty yet pretty game, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Everything's very ugly, but it works, you know? Like, it's the perfect aesthetic for what this game wants to be.
Yeah, that's why I think I'm a little hesitant on American Wilds, is that I'm afraid that they're going to break their aesthetic. Sort of like how Team Fortress 2 did. And there's a certain cohesion that really needs to take place for a game to really work for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's only one real way to find out, and that's when it comes out. Just
in a couple of days.
Yeah, I guess that is in a couple of days, huh?
Yeah, actually, I was looking on trying to find the Steam page for it, and it seemed to be gone. I'm not sure if I was just hitting it wrong or what, but it was weird. Speaking of weird, I hit a odd little bump there. Thankfully, it didn't spin me. My tires are still spinning on the road.
I don't think I'm gonna be. What?
I was just making puns. Go ahead.
But now I don't think that this is gonna work. I was gonna go straight across, but there's a lot of moving water. I don't know how deep it is.
Can't get close enough for it.
Yeah, I can't really see on the map what the indicators are just because it's not revealed.
I got like one rock stuck right under my axle. Oh, there we go. But, that's actually realistic, is that, you can get a rock stuck under, a place that it shouldn't belong, and then you're kind of stranded. Right?
Yeah, I'm concentrating. I'm trying not to get tipped over in the water.
Oh.
Yeah, quick winch, saving the day. I took some damage, but
doing some Spider-Man.
yeah, Spider-Maning across the river.
Turns out Spider-Man just isn't for the PlayStation 4. I wish that that would come to PC, but I doubt it will.
Yeah, I also doubt it will. Which sucks, because Lord knows how much money they're losing.
Well, unfortunately, you're out of position for the waypoint to see around you. But I got the first waypoint. So it gives you... this is what I saw, and then I was like, oh, yeah, we should do this.
Okay, let me just get up here real quick, and then I'll check the map. Oh, hey, that's lots of... It's just spaghetti road.
Yeah, but it's not nearly as evil as Road Trip, it seems. Yeah, this is more Stalin than Hitler. A different brand of evil.
Right, so this doesn't look... This is more like a little creek than another river, which is good.
Yeah, I'm going to head up to the waypoint that's west of the lumber mill. But supposedly there's a lot of choice on this map, and that's why I wanted to go for it.
Choice of like routes?
Yeah. Oh, this is a lot deeper than I thought it was. Oh, that's not good.
That's what she said? Question mark?
Yeah, let's just put it this way. This road that I'm on, there's a... Oh, yeah, I can see it on the map now. There's essentially a very, very deep hole if you go in the wrong direction. It doesn't feel evil, It doesn't feel like, haha, got you. Like Road Trip's, tighten your butthole bridge. Because you could just look at the map and avoid it. But at the same time, it's something that you just don't dive into.
Oh, hey, look, there's a car. The A969. Oh, it's your favorite. Boop. Unlocked. Damn it. I just pressed B to go into reverse because that's how I've got it set in American and Euro Truck.
Yeah, it's always interesting to hear different controller layouts that people choose. Especially on games like Euro Truck and American Truck where, there's not really a good default setup.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I've left
passable,
some of the
but
things by default, but because I've got a chat pad, I mean, it's I leave a lot of stuff just on the keyboard shortcuts, and
Mhm.
only put the things that I use most often on the controller
I
itself.
really should get a chat pad.
Oh, hey, here's an E-Class. Turned over in the water.
Usable or just decoration?
No, it's usable, but it is upside down. So you'll either have to recover it to the garage or flip it over.
That'd be
somehow.
hilarious to try to repair in hardcore mode.
Trying to grab it, but this is really mucky. Can't quite. There we go.
Well, the lumber mill has some interesting roads going to it. Ooh, an E-Class. Thank you. That's just what I always wanted.
You're welcome. It's upside down though.
Oh, it's an Australian version.
I come from a land down under. Ooh. I'm gonna get you, watch point. You're right there.
Alright. I'm just kind of skipping a lot of swamp, hopefully.
Right? There's one.
Ooh, that's some interesting roads over there, huh?
Yeah, there's another garage down here.
So there is. Didn't really pay attention to it before.
I'm gonna hit this watch point first. It's closer.
Oh. No, don't flip, don't flip, don't flip. Thank you. I had another part where, I was kind of high-sided. This time on a tree. Riding that wood.
Aw, yeah. You grind against that wood.
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned this because I saw do you go to Movies in the Making on Reddit?
No.
All right. It's basically a bunch of behind-the-scenes photos and GIFs and that sort of thing.
Okay.
And I saw one, and I thought of you.
Okay.
All right. Well, you know the movie Kung Fury?
Yep.
They showed how they did some of the CGI on it. All right. And it was a guy bouncing up and down on a guy in a Green Man suit. And and the caption said, "Oh, just grind on him a little bit to get the proper action for the CGI riding." And I just saw that and I thought of you. Just hump him a little bit.
What's this subreddit called? Movies in the Making?
Movies in the Making, yeah.
I have to go check that out at some point.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like I said, just behind the scenes stuff. Sometimes it's just a photo of, how the special effects are made. And then sometimes there's GIFs, sometimes there's a video, that sort of thing. Ooh.
This road is very uneven here.
Well, I found a rather evil-looking area on the road. It looks like it's been washed out. But the thing is that there's definitely a couple ways to get past this if I was hauling a load. Yeah, it actually looks like oh, wow. That is rather impressive looking. Okay, so the road looks like it's been washed out or had a landslide go on it. And the road below me, where I am right now, you can see the secondary road that goes into the blackness. It also looks like it's been kind of washed out in a landslide. I can't really tell if it's just landslide or what. And then down on the creek, there's a bridge down there in the blackness, and it has a bunch of trees just kind of banged up against it, like there's been a flood.
Huh?
That's cool. That's a neat effect.
Nice attention to detail.
Yeah, it looks like this road actually... Yeah, this road double backs on itself.
Oh, shit. I'm humping a tree. I'm humping 2 trees. I'm free! I hit another tree. Alright, how close am I?
I mean, this isn't nearly as evil as some of the things we've encountered. But, yeah, it's definitely a challenging portion.
This road is extremely uneven and rutted and pitted.
So
it's
what?
Kind of fun in the smaller Jeep. Might be difficult to navigate though with a load of logs if this is a route you choose to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I've decided to follow the road, but yeah, it definitely doubles back on itself, and then you could either continue across or you could go down where the landslide went. Granted, there's a lot of downed trees over here, and hit a secondary road. Oh, no, don't flip. At least I think you're supposed to be able to go down this. It's a little tough to tell. Aha! Wow, that is a steep climb. That'd be tough to manage even in the A class.
Oh, I rolled over. I'm rolling. Down the hill I go.
Ooh.
Down. Oh, I hit a tree. Okay, I can start my engine. But I might be stuck.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this bridge is actually stable. I didn't see it on up above. Oh yeah, I could get across it. But the bridge is actually at, I would say, a 15-degree angle. To the downstream. So it looks like the trees that hit it kind of just upset it a little bit. But once again, nice attention to detail.
So, I got myself... Oh, don't roll over again. Come on. Get off that tree. I got myself free from where I was.
Mm-hmm.
Used some repair points. Got myself going again. But now I'm... well, not plummeting, but... speedily headed down this hill. It's very steep. I can't seem to get turned back around.
Oh, so you're rolling down the hill like a wheel of cheese. Got it.
Oh, do I got it?
Now, do you have a bunch of weird English people chasing you? Or have you ever seen that festival?
No.
No, that's
something maybe I've seen from Monty Python.
No, that's an actual thing. That's not a Monty Python sketch. There's a festival in England, I can't recall where exactly, where they roll a wheel of cheese down a hillside and people chase after it to try to catch it.
I see.
And the person that gets reaches the cheese first gets the cheese. Not sure.
I like cheese.
Not enough to risk injuring yourself rolling down a hill, right?
Probably not.
I mean, granted, a wheel of cheese is damn expensive. Well, I should say good cheese, not that American crap, right?
Actual American cheddar is pretty good.
Yeah, but the problem is most of the time whenever you see American cheese in the store...
oh, yeah, it's that half cheese, individually packaged shit.
The stuff that they have to legally label cheese product.
Yeah.
That's why I typically just skip American cheese in general because, it's too much of a gamble.
It's not really cheese.
And it's not really American. It's illegal cheese that came across the border to take our cheese's jobs.
Borders.
Sorry.
Had to navigate around that conversation today at my parents' house.
Oh, really?
So okay, so I don't think I've really mentioned this to anybody, not because it's a secret, but it just hasn't come up. So my dad, I may or may not have mentioned this before, is or was adopted as a child, as a baby.
I don't think you've ever mentioned that.
Okay.
Or if you have, I didn't remember it.
I don't know. I've talked about it like a bunch of times to a bunch of different people, but it's not something that it's like, hey, my name's Jared. By the way, my dad's adopted. Like, that's not something that you usually just like.
It's not on the first page of the resume.
Yeah, but so in case you didn't know, which either you didn't know or you don't remember, which is fine. My dad was adopted as a baby, and he has.
Wait, does that mean you're Superman's son?
Yes.
Okay.
He was. He had never met his mom, his birth mom, before, and then last year or in this past year, they did like my parents did the ancestry, like a DNA test. And he actually managed to find his mom, and they've been talking and, getting to know one another a little bit. She flew out this weekend to like meet him. So we took the opportunity to go down today and meet her and everything. And she is just as racist and ultra conservative as my parents are.
So is it age or genetics?
Yes. So
I mean, there is a certain thing about age, where as you get older, I see a D class over here for you.
Sweet.
People tend to lean more and more towards conservatism, but it's going to be interesting to see if there's going to be a conservative party as we know it in 15 years.
I don't think so. Not that there won't be a conservative party at all, but I just can't see it existing in this form. Either one of two things are going to happen. There's going to be massive reforms because they get their asses kicked repeatedly for the next few years or few cycles as more and more young progressives age up into voting age. And then the older folks die out. So you start to see a shift just in the geopolitical landscape. And they lose a whole bunch, so they have to actually make changes to try and win votes, particularly younger voters. Or they somehow manage to hang on and keep heading more and more down this fascist, ultra-nationalistic party mentality, and then they won't exist as a traditional conservative party anyways. They'll be essentially neo-Nazis.
Well, considering just the way that so much voter suppression and gerrymandering has been going on. D-class, by the way.
Woohoo. Thank you.
It wouldn't surprise me that, they remain in power like that. But I have to ask, how did you find out that she was as conservative asshole? Boy, that sounds really wrong now that I said that out loud.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, she was like the sweetest, nicest person. And then, like, my dad had the news on in the background.
Fox News, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course. They mentioned something about the, what did they call it? The immigrant stampede?
No, it's convoys or.
So, well, somebody called it like an illegal stampede or something like that, like that they were interviewing. And Dad was like, oh, yeah, I'm glad that they're talking about sending down the military to close the borders. And I was like, yeah, because that's never backfired on anyone before, sending a military force
And
to your
also,
border.
they wouldn't legally be able to do anything. They would just be standing there.
I know that. And then she was like, "Yeah, I'm with your dad. I think that they need to close those borders, and if any of those illegals try and come over, they just need to shoot them."
Oh.
And I was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna back away from this conversation as swiftly as possible."
Yeah, there was a comic I saw. It was how old people act. And, it was your stereotypical grandma, grandpa, batch of cookies, that sort of thing. And then it was how they vote. And it was them on a motorcycle flipping you off.
I've seen that. I saw that comic on Reddit last week sometime.
I've seen it on Twitter for the last few months, so I'm not sure the actual origin of it, but
Yeah, I mean it was probably a repost on Reddit.
I mean that's what half of
Most
Reddit
things
is.
are.
Yeah.
But I was like, Oh.
Yeah. Well, there was an article on Reddit today talking about how, and I know people that are watching this for Spintires, we're sorry.
I thought about dropping Craig in the room to get an audio recording of our chat to have for bonus podcast content or something.
Mm-hmm.
I should start doing that because this would be excellent B-roll material for a Franken episode or something.
Oh, that's a lot of roads, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out how to cross this river. I'm winding my way farther away from my...
Well, simple. You find a place where the military isn't stationed. Actually, they had a thing on NPR talking about the natural border and highlighting a thing that Trump said that, well, we don't have to build a wall across the entire thing because there's deserts, and talking about people dying in the desert. And it's one of those things that, wow, right?
Yeah.
That I still don't understand how he has supporters.
So there's what's the show called? Designated Survivor. Have you heard of this show?
No, but I do know the term from where it comes from.
Right. Okay. So in the show, Kiefer Sutherland plays the designated survivor, and there's a terrorist attack in the nation's capital, kills everyone.
Okay.
Like literally everyone in the government.
Yeah, like anytime there's something like the State of the Union or anything, whenever there's just to highlight what the term actually means, or at least as far as I understand it. Whenever there's something like the State of the Union or some major gathering where all three branches of the government come together, they have something that's called the designated survivor, which is the person that is designated to set the meeting out. And if there's a terrorist attack, they become essentially the leader of the de facto government and set back up everything.
Yep. And so that's literally the first 10 minutes of the show. Is it like sets that up? It lets you know what a designated survivor is, and then everyone dies in a horrible terrorist attack that wipes out the Capitol building or whatever, where they all are gathered for a State of the Union address.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, one of the episodes of the show was literally what's happening right now, and I was like, there's something going on, and there's a huge mass of immigrants on the U.S.-Mexico border, and a whole bunch of those, ultra-conservative gun, God guns and rock and roll type go down there.
I thought rock and roll was the devil.
And they're guarding, air quotes, guarding the border, and then like one of these rednecks winds up shooting someone
that
on the other
probably
side of the border.
That probably wasn't illegal.
Nope. But it sparks like an international incident. And I was like, man, and like this was like a year or a year and a half ago. So everything was still terrible, but not quite as terrible. And we're like, man, this would suck if this happened because our administration would fall the fuck apart. Because I mean, Kiefer Sutherland, my boy, one of my main boys, like handles it like a boss and prevents an international incident turning into something far worse. But that's gonna happen. Like I just believe fully that's gonna happen. Some dumbass is gonna go down there and shoot someone. Because
Well, it's simple. Make sure it's a stand your ground state.
Yeah. But it's gonna happen. And then we're just gonna be even more fucked than we are. Like the international community is gonna hate us even more than they do.
Which honestly, that's a rather low bar right now, considering you have Trump talking about his love affair with Kim Jong-un.
Yep. Although he did accidentally endorse a Democratic, I think it's someone that was running for Senate.
Mm-hmm.
At one of his rallies, he got him mixed up, and like he had just met with the Republican candidate.
Well, to be fair, it was after, it was late, so he was sundowning.
Yeah. But I just found that funny.
Well, if it was Manchin, it's not exactly Democratic candidate.
I don't believe it was. I don't remember. Because, I saw it like right before we started recording.
Yeah.
I was looking at some stuff on my phone and I just saw the headline. Trump endorses Democratic candidate after rallying with his Republican something or other.
Well, there was also the very, very clumsy talking about Robert E. Lee and Grant. Did you see that?
No, I missed that.
It was basically talking about how great Robert E. Lee was, and then talking about how Grant was a drunk and how Lincoln had no idea who he was, which is, wrong. I mean, I will say, technically, about Robert E. Lee, I don't have the full context, but if he was referring to Robert E. Lee as a brilliant military tactician, then yes, he was that. He pulled off a lot of victories that were very stacked against him because he was a very good military tactician. Yeah, but that also requires having historical context, and, him actually saying something correct is usually by accident.
Very true.
And if it's not by accident, it's by a process of elimination. So I'm going into the woods right now.
Oh, yep, you're way up there. I'm just
well,
trying to
let's just put it
navigate
this
my way
way.
around
There was this giant hill, and I'm just Spider-Man right up it with in E-class. Because I'm trying to cut across to get to a watch point. But yeah, it's just. The other option really is just rip out my. Whoa! I just lost connection to Steam. Hello, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
It says connecting to Steam. Obviously my modem's still up.
Yep, maybe they're doing like. Well, no, they don't usually do maintenance on Sundays, do they?
Yeah, there we go. I'm back now. Are you still on the server?
Yeah.
That was weird. Usually the maintenance is Tuesdays. Literally just before we record. That's an interesting thing, but yeah.
Talking about the Civil War stuff or whatever reminds me of a comic that I've seen, or graphic novel or whatever you want to call it. And it's aliens invade the Earth, but it's during the time of the American Civil War. And it's like these alien bugs, like sort of like the bugs from Starship Troopers, get dropped onto the planet.
I want to know more.
And it's I've only read the first volume or the first issue. No, yeah, the first volume. I believe it's their like an advanced, like invading force that's designed to like wipe out life on the planet, but leave the planet relatively untouched.
Oh, so basically they walk up to a human, sneeze on them.
Yeah, but I mean, they're like giant insect creatures. Think kind of like the chrysalids from XCOM.
All right.
Shit, I just got my truck's getting rolled over. And there it's destroyed because of the river. Well, poo.
Well, I'm going over the river and through the woods. Because I'm... I cut right through to a... yeah, just take a look at the path I took, all right? Are you on the map?
Yeah.
Can you see the path I took?
That is a fairly windy path down the trees.
Now look at where I am compared to the roads.
Nice.
I mean, I went right through that. And there's a B-131 here that has a medium log cart on it. Interesting.
But anyways, they've invaded the planet, and humanity, well, at least in the United States, North and South have united. And the first issue is the Battle of Gettysburg.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of it being North versus the South, it's humans versus the aliens.
Oh, this is...
Well,
I found your little creek.
shit.
I'm not up Ship Creek yet.
Okay, so here's this truck's...
I'm basically
Oh,
just...
but it's out of fuel. Yay. I said, oh, but this one's out of fuel. So basically, I've got a fuel truck, a C-255 that's a fuel truck that's flipped upside down, so I can't start it and drive it. My A-Class is upside down in the river.
Do you need assistance? Should I be calling AAA right now?
Couldn't hurt.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut across again, but I'm not sure if I could take it this route. Let's just put it this way. I'm doing my wacky shit with the E-Class again. Or the D-Class.
Yeah, I'm grabbing this 969. I'm gonna see if I can get over there and just finish exploring this little corner without having to go all the way back to the garage.
You know, I imagine the roads would have been faster this time. But that's hardly fun, right?
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Oh. There we go. Release the winch. Aha! Okay, that's a rather steep hill. I don't think I can climb that one. I don't know, maybe. Huh. Oh. Okay. This one's a little much. Let's just put it this way. I would say my truck is at a 70-degree slope.
Well, if you're not flipping over,
No.
you're doing okay.
Well, the thing is, I'm not sure what's going to happen whenever I cut loose. But time to find out. Oh, that was rather anticlimactic. Come on. Yes, I realize that this is a lot slower than taking the road, but it's more fun.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. No. Mistakes might have been made. Minor mistakes were made, but we didn't roll over and I didn't destroy my truck, so it's okay.
Let's just put it this way. I'm kind of grinding on a tree trying to get to another tree.
You know, watching my camera, like, whip about wildly because of how bumpy and quick I was sort of almost falling down that incline might make someone sick.
Oh, come on. If you could just get that one wheel over the edge. Where do I upgrade my winch? I need a slightly stronger winch.
Well, you just have to find a workshop on the map.
Open a few loot crates, of course.
Huh. Is that potentially a way to get across this?
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, here's what's going on. This it is, pretty much a vertical slope. I hit the top. I get the first wheel of this D-class over. It's one of the 8-wheeled ones.
Yeah.
It pivots over because the truck is front heavy. And I don't have enough purchase on the front wheels to be able to drag the second up. The second gets caught on the pivot point, so it can't quite get enough traction. And it actually lifts the back two off, and the second to the last two are just kind of spinning there, barely touching the ground. Oh, come on. Come on, baby.
Yeah, my little truck is somehow, like,
Oh.
getting through all this shit.
Yes!
Rocks and trees everywhere. Well, I'm burying myself in the sand.
Well, I got up the slope. Fuck you, slope.
Yeah, fuck you, slope.
I basically wiggled back and forth enough until the second set of wheels got enough purchase on the lip of the crest to kind of just roll over it. Granted, in real life, I would have dug that hillside out long ago.
Yeah, I've pretty much completely buried my truck in the sand, yet it still continues to drive forward. It's made out of magic.
Of unobtainium. Why do you think we're going after all the trees? We're killing a bunch of smurfs.
Yeah, fuck those trees. I think I can get across here. If not, well, then I'm just going to have lost another truck.
Oh, I see the watch point. I do some wacky shit at times in these trucks. Oh, but that's half the fun of it, right?
Yeah. Alright, so I've got to get to that island. If I can get to that island, I can make it. But getting to that island seems like a daunting task. That water is moving fast.
Not sure if I could climb that hill. Sorry, I'm trying to decide how to get to the watch point here, and I'm just looking at it thinking, there's nothing really to grab onto there.
I can just winch.
Hey,
Well, that was easy. was worried for nothing. I just went straight across.
Fuck you, tree. I found a C375 for you. It looks like it's slightly buried in the bog. And it's also... Yeah, it's looks like it's on its wheels. Should be drivable, though.
Thanks.
This map actually has a ton of trucks on it. Maybe the hard version wouldn't have been that bad, you know, if we survived the first, 5 minutes.
Oh, now I gotta get over there. This island hopping thing is a chore. Oh, that's deep. That's deep. That's too deep. Back up.
Truck turning into submarine? Okay.
Yep.
This is going to be another interesting one if you want to see my path versus the actual road.
Where are you? Oh, yep. That's a up and down windy bit.
Okay, now watch. Nowhere even close to roads.
Damn, there are trucks everywhere. There's a B-130 over there at that logging station.
Yeah, I'm going to head towards the watch point that you're not heading towards, and that'll be it for exploration.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
I could be a truck and start heading that way, but nah.
Come on, get over that.
I mean, is this a forest or is it a junkyard?
And of course, the one part of the map I need to see to be able to tell how deep the water is the only part right here that is blacked out. Oh, we're okay.
Woo?
Woohoo! I made it.
Yeah, I think the initial exploration bit is my favorite part of just driving in this game. Yo,
Yeah. I agree. Just like checking out stuff, not following the roads, Spider-Manning around.
no pressure if you flip a truck. Oh, had a little bit of a lag spike there. Like
Okay.
the game hung for a moment. I'm not sure
Yeah,
if
I got a
that's...
thing that said bad connection right there for a second.
Hey, it's the K700.
All right, now if I'm reading the map right, this is fairly shallow. Yep. Sweet! I made it!
Woo!
Right, so there's where I'm going.
Yeah, there's a K700 and there's a logging trailer over here. I can't tell if that's attached to a truck, though. It's like the K700 got caught in a landslide. Oh, it's on its side. That's neat.
Spider-Man my way up that hill. This is gonna work out to be about the right length for the episode to do all the exploring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that K700's on its side, and it looks like the log trailer is just hanging out there.
Come on, you little piece of shit. Drive.
Hey, there's the last watch
Drive.
point.
Oh, did you get yours?
I can see it.
I can also see mine. I can't tell if I'm going to be able to Spider-Man my way up there or not, though. I might have to go around.
Well, it's
My
funny
camera
that you
won't.
well, it's funny that you mentioned that because I could Spider-Man or I could just go around this cliffside and risk it.
I can't tell my camera far enough back to see if there's something up there I can grab onto.
But first things first. Let's see if I could grab the K700 and flip it back on its wheels. Or at least my version of it. So if I do screw up here, I'll have another truck over here. It looks like it got caught in a mini landslide. That's actually kind of neat, huh?
Yeah.
Come on.
So it looks like Spider-Manning is a no-go. I'm going to have to go around.
Oh.
Oh, no, I rolled over.
No.
Damn it. I'm like just... Come on. Wish I could... There was a rock. Get out and push. Push the... If I could just give the truck a little bit of a push, it'd roll back over on its wheels.
Oh, 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 oh. Stay, stay, stay. Yes! If you want, I could try to flip your K700 over if you want to switch to it. Since I'm here.
Yeah, you're okay.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Damn it, I got so close too.
Well, unfortunately, so close only counts horseshoes, hand grenades, and presidential elections, it seems.
Wah, wah. Come on, stream. Push my other A-class over on its wheels.
Well, time to go through the woods again.
Welcome back to the Bob Ross Trucks in Nature painting program. for this
Now
week.
we're just going to run over a happy little tree.
Currently, we've got our little Jeep just in the water. You know, it's just chilling out in the water. Had a little bit of an accident, but that's okay.
There's no such thing as accidents.
Accidents are really just, you know, nature's way of saying, "Hey, why don't we have a little fun?" You know,
Okay, well,
you wade into this big
there's
old
that
thick
map
pool of
done,
water.
or there's that one done.
You find yourself flipped over on your roof. How are you gonna get out of that? You don't know right away, but that's the adventure.
Oh, that truck's flipped over. Okay, can't help you with that one. Oh, that one's works. But that one's out of fuel.
Yep, that's the same thing that I noticed earlier.
That one's also flipped over. I'm trying to find one to help you with that's nearby, but let's see, it's not that one. That's the other A-class. Aha! Or is that one not near you? It's not terribly close, but I could always try to flip over the E-class. Because I imagine
Just waiting to see.
I'm
just waiting to see if this is gonna flip over. I don't think so. I think it's stopped. Nope, it's still moving. That river's still pushing it. Right on up to shore.
Don't you mean Mighty River?
Yeah.
A mighty river pushing a happy little Jeep?
It seems to have finally stopped. The mighty river. Rather the Jeep being pushed along by the mighty river.
Now the mighty river is being pushed by the happy little Jeep. Okay, let's see. The E-Class was the one that was out of... No, that was out of fuel. What one was close to you that was out of fuel? I think it was the C-Class. Yeah, C-Class was out of fuel. Okay, so... Switch back to that. Probably shouldn't be going off-roading too much anymore. Alright, there's my waypoints. And now let's see if we can get to it. I'm basically trying to refuel a C-Class to be able to help you out. Because that seems to be the fastest way. Unless you have a better idea.
Not really.
Because my E-Class or D-Class was pretty far away. The C-255 is also out of fuel, isn't it? No, it's flipped over. Ever so slightly. It's a fuel truck that's flipped over. So, yeah.
This might not work as well with the big truck.
Why is the guy, as soon as he gets in the water, just kind of takes a nap on the steering wheel?
He's very afraid of water.
Well, he's in the wrong line of work.
Come on, truck.
Don't worry, help's on the way. Slowly. Probably by the next episode. Unless we're going to keep the rescue mission in this one.
No, let's go ahead and close it out. I'm actually getting pretty tired. It's just kind of hit me. So stop, finish the rescue mission next time.
All right, well, I'll continue driving while you'll talk about the interwebs and that sort of thing.
Right. If you want to find me on the interwebs, you can do so by going to YouTube and searching for Gaming Psychologist. You can see all of my Spintires Let's Plays, as well as the weekly podcasts, and some other stuff that I either occasionally put up or have put up in the past.
And sometimes it's even allowed by YouTube.
Indeed. And once again, you can do that by going or by searching for Gaming Psychologist on YouTube. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so by following at JMA4707. I tweet about many different kinds of things. And then if you want to hear the two of us talk about video games for between 2 and 3 hours every week, you can do so by subscribing to the Video Game Logic podcast on your podcasting app of choice, or going to vgopodcast.podbean.com. What about you, buddy?
Well, if you're not already watching this on my channel, you can find me over at Gaming with Caffeine Rage on the YouTubes, where in theory I have a lot more content than what I've been doing. I've been kind of wound down lately, mostly just frustrated with YouTube and also a few other things, particularly preventing one of my series from really being able to keep going for the time being. Ooh, I actually clipped through that bridge a little bit. That's a little scary. But yeah, I've also I want to stream more often on Twitch. I didn't get to yesterday my time, which would be far more distant to you guys, just because power is flickering because of a windstorm, and decided probably not worth it. But you can find me on Twitch gaming. It's caffeine_rage there after the usual twitch.tv. You can see me tweet occasionally over on the Twitter, gaming with CR over there. And that also is the best way to figure out when I'm going to be streaming on Twitch, because I don't have an exact schedule just yet. And I think that is pretty much it. Pretty much if you want links to either of our content, you can find it over on vglpodcast.podbean.com, which has the RSS feed for our show, but it also has links to all our content that we put out on the interwebs. So it's a nice handy hub. And I think that's it.
All right.
I was also trying to pay attention to my driving.
Well, then that means it's time for me to say goodbye now.
Help's on the way!
Woo!
Oh.
Save me.
But what if you're entertaining Bowsette? I've actually seen that comic as well.
Leave me. Love me, say that you love me.
See, it's right there at the very end, so it's easier for you to cut out.
Oh yeah, that'll be cut out.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, if the game just suddenly went quiet for about 5 or 6 seconds, you'll know why. And you're welcome.